In this video, we're going to unpack a 3-pack of beeswax wraps from Petal Hive. We're going to find out what all this fuss is about. Hi, I'm Marianne, and I make Petal Hive beeswax wraps. And I want to tell you about all the features that Petal Hive beeswax wraps will offer you that make these a practical, beautiful replacement for single-use plastics. To start with, Petal Hive wraps come packaged in these beautiful origami handmade envelopes. They're really handy for using to store your wraps in later when you're not using them. So really nice. The first thing that you'll notice when you open up your wraps is how beautiful they smell. And you're also going to notice that there's these little eyelets attached onto them. Inside of your package, there's also this care and use card. So your wraps consists of 3 different sizes and the card. And you'll notice that there's an envelope with there's an elastic cord and 3 toggles inside of the envelope. So on the card, it talks about that this is made with 100% cotton, beeswax, orange peel wax, pine resin, and jojoba oil. And that orange peel wax is exactly why your wraps smell so very good. The cord that you have in that little envelope is 50 inches of elastic cord. And the idea behind it is you're going to trim this down into 3 separate pieces and you're going to string it onto your wraps. So it'll be basically like this. And the reason why you want to do this is because it makes these wraps really practical for taking food on the go. It allows you to loop it around your sandwich wrapper so that it stays shut in your lunch bag. Eyelet and loop technology equals secure and convenient food packaging. So what you want to do with this elastic cord, like I said, is you want to trim it down into 3 separate pieces. Different lengths are going to work differently for different people, and I don't know how big your stuff is. So definitely you're going to want to try and experiment to find out what exactly works for you. But Petal Hive suggests the following. For your 13-inch wrap, you can try using a 21-inch length of elastic cord. That makes it a nice long size to get around bowls and around big sandwiches. Your 10-inch wrap, I find a 16-inch cord does a nice job. And for your 8-inch wrap, I find a 13-inch cord does a really nice job. When you trim the lengths of your cord, it's helpful to use a lighter to singe the end of the cord so that it doesn't fray. Just use your regular kitchen shears and you can just go ahead and trim the length of cord that you need, and there you go. So when you're attaching your cord onto your wraps, what I find works really well is to attach my toggle on first and then attach the elastic cord on to the wrap second. And my toggle is a double hole toggle, and I just have to squeeze it down a little bit in order to move the holes together. I'm just going to push the cord through just like that. And I'm going to do the same thing again on the other hole, just like that. There we go. So now I've got the cord with the toggle attached on. I'm going to feed it through from the front of the wrap through to the back through the eyelet. And you can see it's the back because that's where the fold is. So I'm going to just push it through, and now I'm just going to tie the ends together in a basic like loop knot, and there we go. So now I've got my elastic cord attached on to my wrap. You can see it's tied on just like that, and I've got the toggle on the end. One thing that I've found is that sometimes it's difficult to grab the end of the toggle when the cord is all the way to the end. So it's kind of a nice thing if you have something there that you can grab it with. So for example, on this one, I've got a little wooden bead, and that's at the end of the toggle there, and that makes it really convenient to grab and cinch the elastic cord down. For this package, you'll also notice that I've tied my cord on a little bit differently. I've threaded both cords through from the front, and I've tied a larger knot at the back. That's because I always use this sandwich this wrap as my sandwich wrapper, and I find it more convenient to have it coming from the front and looping around. And so that's what I did on this one, and you're probably going to do things a little bit differently to figure what works exactly for you. And I would be super interested if you would love to share and tell me about how you're tying your elastic cord onto your Petal Hive beeswax wraps, because the more we share, the more we know. Petal Hive food storage is beautiful food storage for food on the go. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel, because you're going to be getting lots more content about all things beeswax wraps. I'm going to be talking about how to use eyelet presses so you could install your own eyelet and loop technology. Even if you don't have a Petal Hive wrap, you can still install the eyelets and still make it work for you. And you're going to get way better bang for your buck out of your wraps once you have an eyelet installed and the elastic cord. Because even like a year later, when they're not nearly as sticky as they were when you first got them, that's okay. You've got that cord around them, and that'll help to keep them shut. So you'll definitely get way better bang for your buck, and you'll save yourself some good money. And then you could do something fun, like, I don't know, buy more wraps. And we're also, at some point, we're going to start talking about how to make your own beeswax wraps. And you could make them yourself, or you could use Petal Hive D.I.Y pre-made wax formula. And check out my Facebook site, and you can get wax wraps there, but you can also get my DIY wax formula there, and you can try making some wraps. Okay, so thanks very much for tuning in, and I hope we'll see you again.